Welcome to the Work Hard, Play Hard podcast. My name is Rob Murgatroyd, and I am a former doctor turned lifestyle entrepreneur. Each week, I interview some of the best minds on the planet on the science of achievement and the art of fulfillment. Today's episode is a mini-sode that we call Fri-Date with the Wife. In these mini-sodes, my wife Kim and I deconstruct the strategies that we've developed over the last decade to not only grow personally, but to turn our struggles into lessons and create fulfillment in all areas of our lives. Excuses are over. It's time to live. Let's dig into today's topic. All right, before we jump into this episode, I want to invite you to be considered for my Work Hard, Play Hard Mastermind by completing an application at workhardplayhardmastermind.com. So this mastermind is not like any mastermind you may have been to or heard of, I promise you. This mastermind is for 6 to 7 figure entrepreneurs that are working too damn much and aren't taking the time to have amazing experiences around the world with an incredible tribe of people. So every 100 days or so, I drop you into new experiences that are specifically designed to elevate your thinking, to give you new ideas. Look, you get your best ideas not staring at a computer. And actually, this is the way high-level people really collaborate with each other. They do it over a glass of champagne, watching the sunset in the south of France. So if you are ready to do some fun stuff around the world and really, really want to level up your tribe in one shot, fill out an application at workhardplayhardmastermind.com. We'll jump on a call and we'll see if it's a good fit. All right, let's jump into today's episode. Well, Kimberly, Surrender Experiment, how are you?
I am just ducky. How are you?
It was very New York that just came out of me. How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
It's so nice.
Oh my God, it's so good to see you because you know where I'm from?
Where?
Long Island.
Is that it?
I'm from Long Island. All my East Coast people, actually people all over the world know exactly what I'm referring to if you've run into one of my kind out there in the world. But this is not why we're here today.
No, but you know what? I do have to publicly whip you for a second.
Shame me?
I am going to publicly shame you.
Okay.
And then it'll be over. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Robert, a couple of weeks ago, I went into your bathroom and I saw a pack of baby wipes, not the flushable kind, the regular kind. And I wrote something on the baby wipes. What did I write?
Due to counsel's advice, I'm unable to answer that question.
What are you, Jeffrey Epstein right now?
I am asserting my Fifth Amendment right.
All right. Did I or did I not write, do not use in toilet, $250 plumber bill?
All right. Yes, you did. Now let's stick.
Okay,
let's
no.
stick a pin in that there because I'm gonna give everybody the perspective of what we're chatting about here. Okay, I'm hijacking your story.
You just want you want to paint a picture of how you didn't do wrong, but you clearly did.
No. I'm going to be contrite, as they say when it comes here. So she tells me, "Hey, look, I know your ass is delicate, and I know that you like to use a baby wipe, but the baby wipes that you have, the ones that you bought in the grocery store, because the toilet paper is rationed, the baby wipes are rationed. So I got a baby wipe that is not the typical baby wipe.
No, you got a baby wipe. You didn't get a flushable butt wipe. Different.
Okay. All right. Technicality, but okay.
No, definitely not a technicality.
So she said, hey, look, these baby wipes, they're basically like,
not for flushing.
They're paper mache, okay? You can stick them on a wall, you can create, but you're not going to be able to flush them. So here's where things went sideways.
You didn't listen and you flushed them anyway.
All right.
That's where things went sideways.
Let's stick a pin in that for a second. Fast forward 3 weeks-ish later.
To Friday night.
Friday night, getting ready to go out. It's a nice night.
Or Saturday night.
It's a nice night. We're all ready. We've been cooped up, so we want to get out. It's a gorgeous day here.
Yeah, we were cooped up in Laguna. Okay.
At the Ritz.
So dramatic.
The Ritz can be so confining when it's not at full staff.
Oh my God.
So
do people see what I have to deal with?
Okay, so
I come home Saturday night. I make dinner plans. I walk downstairs and my bathroom is flooded. There's black water in the toilet and in the bathtub. And I immediately thought that Rob pooped in my potty and didn't do it right.
All right. So now she attacks me vehemently and says, "Why did you take a shit in my bathroom? You clogged the toilet."
You use my potty like it's the poop potty of the house.
But then upon further inspection, I looked and I said, "I'm safe. The water here, this is not shit water. This is black.
Are you guys
this
glad you tuned in
black
today?
water like I've never seen. Didn't smell like poop. It looked like oil." And so I was like, "No, there's a bigger problem here. It has nothing to do with me." And so I was like,
and then he left.
So then I said,
no.
I said, "I will help you solve this issue."
Right. Let me tell you how he helped. He left with his new skateboard to go down to the beach skateboarding and called a plumber on the way and told me he'll be there in a half hour. Okay. I just want to be super clear about how he helped me get through this evening, which I had prepared a Father's Day dinner to take him out for dinner and to do something fun. And he left me with poop water, a flooded bathroom, so he could go skateboard, okay. At the beach.
All right. So it's a minor point. But so.
And then the plumber comes and he said, "Oh, the line, there must be something in the line. Let me go check it out." And he opens the little thing I didn't even know we had in our driveway. And he goes, "Baby wipes."
He utters two words that change the course.
Wipes.
Two words that changed the course of my life forever.
And I texted Rob.
You texted me hashtag I told you so. I know exactly what you texted me.
It says baby wipes blocked it. Hashtag told you so.
Okay. So now here I am. I'm 5 minutes away from the house feeling like I solved cancer here by by basically getting the plumber here in 20 minutes on a Saturday night. And I did it. And then I get that text. And so I was like, well, there's no way. I think she's just trying to come. The guy may have said like, it's blocked up. It could be anything. But
no, he was super clear.
But she chose to use baby wipes. So I pull up and the Roto-Rooter guy is out there with the van open. He's got this machine that looks like, like you could burrow a hole underneath the concrete.
He basically had to.
And then I said, "So what was really the problem here?" He goes, "Oh, baby wipes." I said, "Okay." So there you have it.
So there you have it. That was a really long, drawn out story. But sorry, if you're still listening, here's what we're going to be talking about today. In kind of the same lane, sort of, creation.
Oh, okay. Let me see you do that segue.
No, we are going to talk about creation today because... So I'm reading.
Speaking of creation, what are you drinking? What the hell is that?
Moringa.
It looks like the toilet water we were just talking about. What is that?
It's actually delicious. Try it.
No, I don't want that.
Yep, try it. So it's moringa. It is the most nutritious plant on
Isn't that a dance that
Yes.
Spanish people do?
Yes. It's the most nutritious plant on the planet.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
No.
And I feel freaking amazing when I have
Put a shot of vodka in there in the morning?
I do. Mommy's little helper. So we're going to talk about creation. So we're listening to a book called Ask and It Is Given. Did I get that correct?
You got it.
All right. Now, was it Esther and Jerry that wrote the book, or was it Abraham? Was it the cumulative?
No, it was Abraham, because it is it's a transcript of Abraham.
Okay. So
I mean, with Jerry's explanation.
voiceover.
The first half of the book is the
writings.
The writings. And the second half of the book is what do they call those? The like principles that
I haven't gotten there yet. But okay, so what is something that hit me in listening to this book is creation versus acquisition. I remember many years ago when Rob would set a goal, hit a goal, then he would set another goal, hit another goal. And I remember saying to you, when will you be happy? When will you stop trying to attain and bigger and bigger? And this is kind of the theme that we play into, I think, as Americans specifically. I mean, people in general, but I think Americans are a little more into this, you get a house And then you get a bigger house and a bigger house and an even bigger house. And then you sell it all and you downsize to a nicer, smaller house, but it's a more expensive house. And like, I think that as Americans, we do this chasing thing, whether it's the car you drive, the bag you carry, the shoes you walk in. There's always some sort of keeping up with the Joneses, and you got to get better and better and better. And that was my perception of what Rob was doing. And it was kind of like, when will enough be enough? Right? Like, you're here. I just did it to you in California. Rob's like, we moved here. This has been on the vision board for a decade. We moved here. And he goes, let's make a new vision board. I was like, oh my God, can we just enjoy where we're at for a minute and a half? Like, we're living the dream. That was my perception. But here's what I learned in the book. What I learned is we are meant to create, not acquire. So I think there's a difference. I think that keeping up with the Joneses mentality is an acquisition, sticking your flag in the next level of success. And I think that's very different than creation. So creation of your life versus the acquiring of new things, although they're not mutually exclusive. Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And actually, I had not heard you tell that story the way you just did, because inside of me...
I kept it fresh for today.
Well, because inside of me, I know that I was feeling an inspiration to do something. Let me put it this way. When I'm reading the book, what I'm realizing in that book is that we're all creators, right? And we spend our life here on this earth feeling inspiration to create something, and then hopefully taking action on that inspiration that is supposed to feel good, which is what the word inspire is, of the spirit, right? So it's supposed to be a good feeling that comes from the universe. So we spend our lives feeling the inspiration and then taking the action. And when you just told that story about, we had this vision, we wanted to come here, we came here, we're living a great life, it was really, there was what you said didn't ring true for me. On one hand, it rang true for me logically, but it didn't ring true for me emotionally, because in my gut, I was like, oh, no, I'm feeling inspiration now to have a home that looks at the ocean. But when you said it that way, not just now, but when you said it back then, I was like, well, maybe I just need to be content, and I just need to be content with where I am. And what I've learned in this book that you just really described well is that from the moment that we come out into the universe, into this world, we are going to have inspired actions until the day we die. There's going to be things that we want to do next. And there's two lessons there. One is, it's never, because we're always going to be creating and we're always going to want to do what's next, you're never there. You're always just doing the next thing. But
it's not about being, so here
which makes it more about enjoying the journey.
Right. So that's it. So there are some people that do the reverse, right? And they feel an inspiration to want something, whether it's a physical thing or a journey or something, but they feel like they should be satisfied where they're at. And they don't go after it because they have money mindset issues, or it's material. It's in their head, they deem it as materialistic. But here's what you don't realize on both sides. Whether you're someone that has inspirations and desires for things and you're holding yourself back, or if you're someone who has inspirations and desires for things, but you are under some illusion that when you attain that thing or acquire that thing, it will make you happy. Both are wrong. 1 second. Both are wrong, because it's not about becoming satisfied. That's not the end goal. And it is about embracing that inspiration, but it's about the journey and coming against the different obstacles, or as she puts in the book, the contrast, right? Coming against those obstacles, learning the lessons, and feeling good in the creation of what you are trying to create, not just the end result. You're not supposed to be unhappy when you're during your journey. That's not the goal. You're supposed to be happy. And so I can give you a really clear example. Are you ready? We refer to this a lot in the podcast. So you had a goal of 10 offices, 10 years, come to California, right? There was no joy and happiness in the journey of opening and selling 10 clinics.
None.
That is
actually, it was torture for me.
It was torture. That is not.
And I wasn't good at it. It was torturous. It wasn't in my lane.
But but it was an end result. You were like, the end result of that will give me what I want. And so you were not finding joy in the journey. You were not happy in the journey. You weren't even trying to be happy in the journey. Therefore, that was never going to work. However, you have a friend, Darren, who did do that.
And loved it.
And loves that journey.
Not only loved it, is still friends with all the people that he sold and hangs out with them.
But loves the opening and the dreaming and the getting the practice up and then the selling and the contract. He loves it. And so he is finding joy in that journey. I didn't even
want to go. He did it successfully. I didn't even want to go out to dinner and talk with him about it because I hated it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just go back on Monday and do it.
But I remember going, well, why can all of them do it, but we can't do it? Because that wasn't something that your creation, you were trying to create California, but you were taking the wrong journey to get there.
I was on, my frequency was 98.6, but California was 106.7.
Right. But so it wasn't about that. So now when I look at, okay, what's the next thing we want or the next direction we want to go or the next thing we want to create, is that journey going to bring us joy? Can we find joy in that journey? Is there excitement and happiness in the journey, not just in the end result of what we're getting? Because the end result of what we're getting is not going to make us happy. I don't care if we have the most beautiful house looking at the ocean. That in itself is not going to bring the joy. It's the journey of achieving it. Because you and I right now, every day, we talk about how grateful we are to live here. We don't talk about this specific place. We talk about all of it. We talk about the house in the backyard, but mostly we talk about how we can't believe we did it. We talk mostly about the journey that we took to get here, the journey that we're going to write in our Stupid Idea Time book. The path we took is what we often talk about. Yes, we talk about the weather and the house and the this and the that, but we mostly talk about, can you believe we finally did it? Can you believe this journey we took? And so we are now finding like retroactive happiness in that journey that we took to get here, because it's about that, right? Where it's about finding that contrast, those obstacles, learning the lessons and enjoying that journey and allowing yourself to constantly expand and evolve without setting limits.
Yeah, for sure. All of that is so true. When I do these interviews with people and I ask them, what goal have you achieved that after you achieved it, you were like, it didn't give me what I thought it was going to give me. 100% of the time, the answer is all of them.
Right. Right.
Every single one.
But it's not because and so I know that there are going to be people listening that lean on the, I don't need materialistic things in my life lane. And I think that's a cop-out. I think that they have inspirations and they want more too. But if everybody can just get the one rule that whatever you want, if you can find the joy in the journey of achieving it, you will be way happier with the end result versus hoping and wishing that the end, that house or that car or that thing or that whatever was going to bring you all the joy in the world, because it's not.
Yeah, just on your comment a second ago, it triggered me. I was listening to something in Tim Ferriss now has his Tribe of Mentors book. If you love that book, but it's 400 pages and you're like, how am I going to get through it? He just literally had somebody put it on Audible.
He doesn't read it?
He doesn't read it. No, no, he's actually not a great reader. I've listened to him read. He gets super. He's just not. When you're an people who listen to audiobooks know how important a narrator is. They need to almost be an actor to be able to.
You should do that.
To hit point. Well, thank you.
Maybe that'll be your next act.
Well, here's what's interesting about it. One of the people in that book, to your point a second ago, She was somebody who has been doing charity work for many, many years. And now she's teaching at Harvard. And she tells all of the people that she's teaching, they say, when I get out of here, I just want to go help the world. She goes, you're broke. You're not going to do anything helping the world.
Yeah.
She goes, go out. She said, people say, should I go into the public sector or should I stay into the nonprofits? She said, go public, make a lot of money, and then use that money to help a lot of people.
Right.
And I was like, that is the best freaking advice ever, because you can't, you can't help anybody from nothing. But I don't want to get too far off topic. I wanted to say that, and then I wanted to highlight one other area that you glossed over that I think is worth revisiting. And that's the area of contrast. Mm-hmm. So let's just say that you have a big goal, and we'll use a generic goal like I want to buy a house, and I want to buy a house that's on the ocean. Let's just say that that's your big goal. And along the way, you're going to look out at things that we're now going to call contrast. And the contrast is the contrast between what you want and what's actually in front of you. And you will have that contrast in your life all day long. You're going to have it with people. You're going to have it with your visualizations. You're going to have it with your belief.
Give examples, because this is with the word contrast. Sometimes it's hard for people to grasp. So give me an example. Let's use, you want a house with an ocean view that is in Hermosa. Go. Where's the contrast?
I'm living in a 2-bedroom apartment in Hoboken, New Jersey. I don't have a job. I am in debt, and I'm holding this vision for a Southern California ocean view home. There couldn't be more contrast in your life than your current situation and the goal of what you want.
So it's the difference between what you currently live and the goal that you want. And so your objective in that contrast is to still have the belief that you're going to attain, or that what your dream is coming to you.
Yeah.
Right?
So you get a bill, and it's the electric bill, and it says past due. Mm-hmm. And you say, well, how the hell am I supposed to dream about living on the ocean, looking out at the water, and have a bill that is past due? Like that the contrast there is so great, and then people say fuck it, and they just give up, and they say, this is my situation. Let me handle the situation that I'm in. And taking contrast a step further, because I think we've illustrated the point now. You have